We saw the Jurassic.
We saw Megan 2.0.
No, we saw Jurassic World Rebirth. 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 We have our beautiful new popcorn bucket / lamp.
I told Matt we could drill a hole in the bottom and turn it to a lamp.
100%.
So I think it'd make a pretty dope lamp. It's got a couple different sides to it, actually. We got this at Flick's Brew House.
Flick's Brew House, here in Round Rock. This is Tessa, by the way.
Hello.
Yeah.
So we got, what is the Spinosaurus? We got the Titanosaurus. Or Tinosaur, excuse me.
Titanosaurus, whatever.
And then we got Quetzalcoatlus.
Quetzalcoatlus.
Quetzalcoatlus. I always get that wrong.
It's one you have to practice that a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, it smells like butter. So much butter.
So we have been sitting on our opinions of the film because we just saw it. It's July 4th. Since there was literally nothing else to celebrate today for no reason.
Nothing.
Not at all. We saw a movie about dinosaurs.
Yep.
Is that Dilophosaur?
Yep.
Yeah.
Wait, how's he working?
Wiggle a tail.
Wiggle it back and forth or up down?
No, up and down.
Oh, up. I love it. I love that he does this action. He's pretty good.
It's pretty good. So what are your first opinions of the film?
I felt like it kept up the tension. It was kind of like constantly. It was definitely an action.
A series of action set pieces.
Yeah, action set pieces that kept like me on the edge of my seat. So actiony for sure. Okay. Yeah. So that did better. When we tried it earlier, it just
kind of fell on his head.
It flew up, fell on his head, and be like, well, he's getting eaten now. Oh God. This was actually very fun. It has like a lot of range on it. Was this the original string?
That's the original string, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, that one I think I got off of eBay. And this is the one of the Kenner Triceratops that I got in trade from the
with Dino Damage.
With Dino Damage.
I had that one.
This is 3D printed Dino Damage. This is a replacement. Because the old one, those Dino Damage bits get lost super easy.
No, what happened is a lot of people chew on them. I know this because I chewed on some of mine.
Of course. Boy, that explains some things.
Shut up! I only did it to one of them and then I stopped. Thank you very much.
So then, the movie, the plot of the film is...
Are we spoiler alerts on the top?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess we'll do it. Spoiler alert up top. We're going to get into it a little bit. Hopefully my phone doesn't run out of juice while talking about it. But yeah, we can review it if we want.
Okay. All right. So we're back in it. Dinosaurs have been dying and on the loose in all over the world. And apparently they can only hang out to places close to the equator now. And
our environment is not compatible with dinosaurs.
Or much of anything, if we're being honest. So fair. And so that's kind of the setup is they're dying off.
Which is so funny because it completely contradicts the ending of the previous film where they were like, we need to live in harmony with the dinosaurs.
Yeah.
We need to find a new balance and a new way to live.
What is this new way?
What is this new world?
Show me this new way.
It turns out nothing because the dinosaurs all died out and it's really kind of depressing.
I mean, not all of them, but okay, so that's a setup, like, how are things going with the dinosaurs being on the loose? Not great. And then we introduce Scarlett Johansson, who is getting contracted by some douchey guy who continues to be a douche throughout the entire
billionaire.
Yeah, so basically pharmaceutical guy? Pharmaceutical bro?
Pharmaceutical.
Yeah, we call him pharmaceutical bro.
Fartaceutical, more like it.
Basically employing her to come with him to the island that's left over.
Which is a completely unrelated island. It's not Sorna, it's not Nublar, it's not any of the previous islands. It's not even in the same, like...
It's off the coast in, was it Guinea?
Yeah, like somewhere, and...
It was the plot they have in this was one they were wanting for Jurassic Park 2 or 3, where they were going to have mutant hybrids, but they canned it.
That was for 4.
For 4? Apologies.
Which they wound up doing in Jurassic World anyway, specifically with the Indominus Rex and all that.
Yes.
But it was, so they're going to go to the island to get the biggest dinosaurs. They want the biggest Well, they want one dinosaur, one pterosaur, and one giant seagoing reptile.
Yep.
So one dinosaur.
Samples. They're getting blood samples.
They're getting blood samples.
Not the entire dinosaur, just the blood samples.
Just one whole dinosaur. And they want their blood. Now I need you to walk me through this because I need to. I'm going to walk through and I need you to fact check me.
Sure.
They said we want blood from these dinosaurs so we can create. You found the Spinosaurus.
Yes.
Because you can create
medicine for cardiac
for cardiac
problems.
issues, for heart disease and stuff.
Yes.
And their reasoning was we need the biggest creatures because their hearts are big. That was their reasoning.
I thought it had something to do. I don't remember what they said. I don't know what the hand wave science was. But yeah, it was something stupid like that. It had something to do with because of their
hearts are big.
The structure of their hearts. I think they didn't just go heart big, blood good.
It kind of sounded like that though. Like I wasn't clear on what it was, what the reasoning was.
Spinosaurus doesn't understand either.
No.
It's okay, buddy. We don't know either.
So it's just an excuse for them to go on this video game adventure.
Yes.
I mean, at a certain point, it didn't even feel like a Jurassic film. It had nothing to do. It felt like Dino Crisis plus Resident Evil. Is what it felt like.
Yeah, I could see that. Like the well, we won't skip to the head yet. To the end. But the pacing was good. The action was good. It looked good.
Yeah, Gareth Edwards is an excellent visual effects director.
Yes,
he's an excellent visual effects.
Are you saying he can't write?
Well, I don't think he wrote the script, but
who wrote the script? Do we know?
I don't remember who wrote the script.
I'm sure someone will post in the comments.
There's a lot of contrivances. Then there's like this family that's on their little sailboat.
Yep.
And they get attacked by the mosasaur as well.
Yep.
And then, they get picked up by the expedition.
Yep.
And then there's some intrigue. I mean, there's little things that work fine.
Yeah.
But just then there's like other stuff where I'm like, why did you do that?
I got attached to some of these characters very quickly. I don't know. I mean,
you got attached to the baby.
Oh.
Well, not the baby. It wasn't a baby, but it was a...
The tiny little dinosaur?
Aquilops?
Like the tiny little...
Ceratopsian? Yeah.
Ceratopsian that was just a little... He's just a little guy.
Just a little guy. They're actually putting out... They're putting out a toy of him, but it's kind of like this, so it's like a little interactable...
Gimme!
This is like your new favorite thing.
I know. I was playing with this puppet and the whole time.
You were playing with this puppet so much you forgot your bag at the theater.
I know. We had to go back. I got distracted by puppet.
It happens to everybody.
Go figure.
It happens to everybody. It's okay. It's gonna be okay.
Fine. But yeah, there were some things that were really stupid like that. And then you said there was a Dunkleo.
This is another spoiler, but it's a bit of an Easter egg. There are these fishermen early on in the film, and
it's not a spoiler in the fact that it's not like a plot thing.
But it's a little. It's something only paleo nerds would really notice. So whatever. But I will. I'm just gonna say it. So there's a moment when there are these fishermen, and it's supposed to indicate that
they're in the territory.
They're in the territory, and the world is different, and this is like where the dinosaurs have all migrated to the equatorial range. And they pull up a big catch, and this thing falls out of their net, and it's the head of a Dunkleostis, which is it's like Paleozoic. It's pre-Mesozoic.
I always get it flippity-flopped with the fucking coelacanth. I was like, oh, coelacanth, and you're like...
Yeah, it's about like 20 times bigger than a seal. Also, it's also big.
It's got those chompers, though. It's got
big chompers.
It's got the teeth that make me think of a staple remover.
Yes.
Yeah.
So those things, I don't know how they got the DNA for one of those. That's why I think in the theater I was just like, did they invent a time machine? Like what?
Because you said there were no trees back then, so there
weren't even trees
so no
back
sap
then. I mean,
for the mosquitoes to get trapped in.
Like it was weird. It was a weird choice, but again, it just seems like none of that matters.
Nope.
Like that's the thing that's kind of weird about this franchise is that they fully divested themselves from science.
Yeah, they occasionally try to like explain things in a way that makes sense, and then other times they're just like, fuck it.
Yeah, very much like, I guess, who cares? It's like, I kind of was comparing these films to the Final Destination films, where the plot doesn't even really matter. It's just...
For the fun?
It's for a series of set pieces. What you do is with the button there...
Oh, there's a button on this.
Rev the button. Like, push it in.
Okay.
Do it more.
And his tail has, like, it wags, and it has, like, 1, 2, 3, 4 points of articulation. Look at that.
It's very cool.
That's very satisfying.
The toys are very cool.
Yeah, so these are like the recent Jurassic Park toys.
These are the ones for the new movie.
God, he's so cool. And he's
I
still
know.
moving, and he like winds up.
Well, because it's got like a motor inside of it.
What the fuck? He's so cool.
I know he's pretty
very
cool.
good.
I resisted him for a little while. But then I was like,
how could you resist this tail? Look how it wiggles.
It's a wiggly boy.
It's so good.
And like the Quetzalcoatlus. Oh yeah, this is cool. He does like.
Whoa.
Yeah, this is something I've been waiting for a long time for like a pterosaur that can fold its wings and do the walkies, and it also has a.
I love him.
The Quetzalcoatlus in this movie is actually one of the highlights. Like, that's the thing, the creatures all look amazing.
His beak reminds me of a toucan.
Yeah, it does kind of have toucanish qualities. The whole sequence with the Quetzalcoatlus in the movie was really cool. Although, another thing, like, because the characters kept getting picked off.
Yeah.
And I'm like...
Pretty quickly. And I'm sitting here thinking, like, these are supposed to be these mercenaries. They're supposed to be, like... Badasses?
I think people know how to handle dinosaurs in the future.
They've been around for 17 years or something?
Or something.
At this point?
And you'd think, like... Put money into... Well...
Matt, have you seen Prometheus?
Get guns, is what I'm saying. Bring real guns. If you're going on a dinosaur safari, bring some... And they make a big deal out of like, well, don't kill the dinosaurs. And it's like...
There's a line where what's-his-face said...
Killing a dinosaur is a sin.
Like John Loomis? Or, yeah.
Lupus.
Henry Loomis. Anyways, whatever.
It is Henry Loomis.
Henry Loomis, yeah.
Yeah, it seems
so Henry Loomis at one point was... Whoa, excuse you.
Sorry.
Sorry. Lose my train of thought.
Sorry.
So yeah, it's a sin to kill a dinosaur, but then later when they're talking about the hybrid mutant dinosaurs, or the chimeras or whatever, he was like, "That's so cruel. Why didn't you euthanize them?" I was like, "Wait a minute! I thought it was a sin to kill a dinosaur."
Well, if it's not a real dinosaur and it's just this creature that just exists in constant pain.
But then my thing I said was like, all of these dinosaurs are basically genetically mutants because they use frog DNA. So
they've used other creatures' DNA to like fill in the gaps because you can't get complete genomes from 100 million years ago.
But with these weird hybrid ones, they just were like, oh, instead of frog, we'll just do this other thing.
Which is so funny because, like, so
here comes the boy.
The D-Rex, the Distortus Rex.
Big spoiler.
Big spoiler, which most people are aware of at this point.
Okay, fair enough.
So the D is, let me look at him. He's a special boy. Yeah. He's only in it for a few minutes.
Is he a brainy boy? Do we know if he's smart, intelligent at all? Is this just all hollow? Like what?
They don't really indicate. Although this is.
Whoa!
That part is cool.
Damn. Okay, give me this guy.
This is just what the video is now.
It's like, I don't want to play with you anymore, D-Rex.
Get back here and take the D. Okay.
Never.
So
he's giving. I think I pointed out, and you even were like, concede. Very Rancor.
Yeah.
Very phallic.
Yeah.
Kind of giving me, oh god, what is it? The weird hybrid alien human in Alien 4?
Resurrection.
Yeah, Alien Resurrection, the baby.
The best one.
The baby. Oh,
no.
It's actually pretty okay.
It's better than most people give it credit for.
I rewatched it recently. I was like, you know what? It's just different.
It's just a silly sequel.
I liked it. Yeah, this Spinosaurus is very dope. He is so cool.
It's so loud.
Yeah, they're all very loud. So in our row, two or three seats down from us was a small child who was very much also on the spectrum, and he was having a blast. He was like,
And we're just like, we're with you. We're with you.
Right there with you, bud.
There were some genuinely cool moments in it. It's just like, but then they kept trying to push certain elements, and I'm just like
what?
Oh, just like, yeah, you know, I've got my tragic backstory. Well, I've got my tragic
And then they make a
backstory.
joke about it.
And then, ha ha ha, we sure are fucked up and weak, aren't we? Well, they didn't say that. They said, we're pathetic.
Yeah, we're pathetic.
You have trauma.
I know. That was kind of fucked up.
I didn't like that. You good?
Yep.
One of the things that I thought was a little weird was the fact that, they kept. What were we talking about?
Dinosaurs.
Dino DNA.
I think we were finishing up talking about this boy.
Yeah, and then there were also the mutodons, the
bats,
raptor pterodactyls.
Yeah, they had the goiters. They had the whiz on frogs when they do the thing. They just lean into the frog DNA on that one.
I guess it's just so funny because it's like, why would you?
Do that.
I got the impression because I just recently listened to the original. I recently listened to the original novel again on audiobook, and they talked about how many of them, he's your friend, they talked about how many of the dinosaurs, they didn't know what they had until they grew it. And sometimes it would just grow wrong. And I feel like you don't even necessarily need to have hybrids. You just like, this thing grew wrong, but we didn't want to get rid of it because it was expensive. We didn't want to kill it because it was expensive and it just wouldn't die. We thought we could benefit from it later.
Oh boy.
I will say, I thought that the raft sequence with the T-Rex.
Oh god. Yeah, because everybody assumed, the T-Rex isn't going to be able to swim. It's like, that boy, he's going to go faster in the water. He like a gator.
Yeah.
Look at that strong tail.
Big old strong.
Look at that strong tail. Like, I feel like, a T-Rex would either be quite good at swimming, or they would just like kind of walk and hop along the bottom, maybe.
That's kind of what it started doing. That's how they described it in the original. Because that raft scene is almost beat for beat from the original book.
Oh, okay.
And that's what they based the ride off of at Universal Studios.
Yeah, I haven't read the book since 3rd grade, so
it's okay. I re-listen to the audiobook every few years.
Aww.
But the so I thought that the sequence with the T-Rex was cool, even though there were a couple things where I'm just like, why did they do it like that? But it was fine. I was in the theater just being like, because the oldest daughter was trying to get the raft.
Yeah.
And everyone is like,
God.
stop.
And the back of the raft had a sign on it that said, this raft will sink if it's not deployed. Like, the package itself will not float.
Yeah, but I still kind of felt like, there's a T-Rex there.
Right there.
And if you're going to make a bunch of noise, why don't you just wait for it to go away? What's the urgency?
Yeah, it was still sleeping, right? When she was like dragging it, it was still asleep.
Yeah, and then she was but she was still making a lot of noise by being
oh my God.
And then inflating it. And then, but aside from that, like the Rex was, I felt like that would have been something that the boyfriend would have done. The boyfriend is kind of being established as a bit of a idiot.
A dip?
Yeah, and he kept like doing stuff, and I like that would have been made more sense for him to have done that.
Yeah, but he established he's lazy, and but very early on he established himself as being obnoxious, and I kind of was like, I hope he gets eaten immediately, but he redeems himself.
He does, even though I still kind of felt like we could have had let's just have him be eaten. Oh. Is it very loud?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm just like,
the poor Utah raptor is so loud.
He's very cute. He's very cool. Oh God. But it's cool that it like leans side to side. Like when you twist the tail, it like side to side, up and down. Okay, putting that away now.
It's very loud. They're very loud. Was there anything else that you were thinking of that you maybe wanted to talk about?
Okay, so from like rating this this movie.
Jurassic
Park. On a scale, do you want to like rate it with like your top rating of the films and where it ranks in the rating of films, or from like a scale 1 to 10, or both?
It could be both, because I think we could do both, because the
scale of 1 to 10.
Scale of 1 to 10. I'm not the biggest fan of those kind of ratings. I would say it's maybe around a 6 or a 7.
Okay.
Nah, like closer to a 6, just because
6.5.
there's just a lot of really kind of dumb stuff in it that's hard to ignore, that doesn't make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
And then I don't know, what about you? Like,
I think about a 6.5 thereabouts. It looks really good, which is nice.
The
it
visuals
helps.
are strong.
And then it does have characters that I began to be like, no, don't kill that one. You know, it's like I was nervous and worried for that family. Not so much the derpy boyfriend that eventually redeems himself. But
Derpy boyfriend.
yeah, it was a good time. It was a good movie to see in the theaters.
Yeah, I feel like that's a fair assessment. It's certainly exciting, and it keeps you engaged. It just, there were moments where I was just like, God.
Yeah.
I think I had a lower opinion of it than you did, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, there were plenty of times when they did shit. I'm like, why? Well, we're watching.
That?
I mean, if they didn't mess up or do something stupid, we wouldn't have a movie. I guess. I don't know.
I guess this has to happen so that the movie can happen.
I guess. I don't know.
But as far as it ranks with the other Jurassic films, I mean, they're never going to recapture the lightning in a bottle that was the original.
Sure.
That's we've determined that already.
Sure.
It's certainly. So I would say some people would say that it's better than Dominion, the last one, which Dominion, my opinion of that one is soured since it came out, because I was like, wow.
It was a lot of nostalgia, like trying to... Member berries?
Remember this?
There's a lot of that.
Yeah.
So this kind of was trying to do its own thing with a couple of homages, I want to say.
Which I appreciated that approach.
But not straight lifting.
Yeah, I don't mind that so much. I just felt like... I felt like it's just another Jurassic World movie. Like, it's kind of dumb.
Yep.
And not... Like, it's just, again, it's an excuse to have a series of set pieces where dinosaurs do things.
Sure.
Or whatever the hell this is supposed to be.
Yeah, I really... So he is... What combination is he? Okay, we obviously have a T-Rex, and then...
God knows what else.
This head shape is very... Brachiosaurus?
It wasn't really clear what this was supposed to be. Like, it didn't... That's another thing I have to dock some points from, because this guy is barely in the movie. They really built him up.
Yeah.
And then
he bookends it. He does the beginning and the end.
But it's like, there's nothing... And his size changed at one point.
Did it?
Well...
Was he a baby at the beginning, though?
No.
He got bigger at the end, yeah?
Because he put the... again, this is a spoiler, but he put the entire helicopter in his mouth. And he would have to be pretty damn big to do that. I just don't...
Depends on the helicopter, but sure, I don't know.
I suppose. It looked like a big helicopter that could lift multiple people out. But anyway.
Maybe he's like a snake. Maybe he's part snake. He unhinges that jaw and just sticks a helicopter in there.
It kind of felt like he was Godzilla-sized at that point. But he wasn't that big in the... But anyway, I don't know. It's ranking with the other movies, I think all of the Jurassic sequels are, have problems. Jurassic World, the first one, is almost a real movie.
Yeah.
Like, it almost has something to say about capitalism and consumerism. Almost.
Wait, which one was that?
That was the
all bleed together
first one with Chris Pratt.
Gotcha. Okay, yes.
Where Blue. That movie is almost a real movie.
Yep.
And then... Oh, never mind. I was going to pop my neck. The second one is fine. The third one is kind of goofy, and then the other Jurassic World. It's just, it's they were trying some new stuff, but they were also just like, it felt like the script could have gone through a few more passes. Yeah. It's not a very high-ranking Jurassic sequel.
It's better than the one that was about, what, locusts?
That was Dominion.
That was real dumb.
Well...
That was so dumb. I was like, this isn't even about dinosaurs. What are we doing?
That's the thing. It's like the instant... Because at the end of...
Or the one that became about clones, human cloning?
That was the one that was the end of Fallen Kingdom. At the end of Fallen Kingdom, they revealed that the girl was a clone of her own mom, of herself. Her mom was not her mom, it was herself.
Is this them trying to do like a Neon Genesis Evangelion Jurassic Park crossover? What's happening?
Well, it's like once you do that, it's not about dinosaurs anymore. And the thing is that even the original novel, it's kind of not really about that. It's about how this was all a bad idea to begin with, and how like these systems that we keep trying to exert control over can't ultimately be controlled. And it's kind of ultimately not really about dinosaurs. It's about humanity slowly killing itself with all of the dumb stuff we keep doing.
Yeah.
With all of the push. Also much.